What's up, nerds? Nerd Piece here.
What's the nerd, everyone? So today I want to talk about Broly and how he could possibly affect and change what we're used to seeing from our favorite Saiyan warriors. So just to start off, I really enjoyed the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and I think it was a necessary step for Dragon Ball to move forward as the series is trying to revitalize itself. Since Broly was reintroduced, the biggest question on my mind has been, how will this change the Saiyan hierarchy in Universe 7? So traditionally, we're used to like everything in Dragon Ball revolving around Goku. But though Dragon Ball started out as the Goku show, everything past the Saiyan saga, excluding Buu, has had some type of involvement with Vegeta or his family in some way. And Broly is the perfect testament to that. But now that Broly has become canon and has been set up as, in my own opinion, as like the third unofficial main player in the Saiyan hierarchy in Universe 7, how will things change? So at first, I thought if Broly does join the Universe 7 Warriors merry band, he'll be more like a Jocko or a Frieza where he only shows up when something goes down. That would make sense, but they took the time to set him up to be on par with Goku and Vegeta, so I think he and the things around him will at least have the same level of influence on the series and events in it as much as Vegeta, even though Broly could exist as a standalone with how they set him and the characters up around him. So the main thing that comes to mind is the past. Vegeta and Goku have always had their past and their futures come back to haunt them. So how could Broly's past come back to haunt him? They could create some seemingly new plot point between the time where he was introduced, like he had to fight some randomly strong villains that would happen to end up on his planet somehow, but I think that would be a waste kind of, since they presented Broly and Paragus as being alone until Limo and Chilai discovered them. So I'm thinking they'll go with something about the Saiyans that has already been set up. Maybe Toriyama even uses Broly to somehow tie into Yamoshi, and this is just my own theory of course, but it would make sense seeing as that we know that Yamoshi is already a part of Saiyan lore, and that Broly's original backstory had ties to Saiyan mythology. This is just one possible scenario, but it would be a good way to connect Broly to everything that Super's already developed thus far, aside from Vegeta and Frieza. But this is just one way of how his past could come to influence or turn into an arc. Needless to say, there's a lot of possibilities, and we really can't think that they're gonna follow the usual something from the past or something from the future influencing the now plot and format with Broly. For all we know, it might be something completely different altogether. So how will the Broly, Limo, and Chilai group intermix with the Goku, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Goten, Videl, Pan, plus the Vegeta, Trunks, Bulma, and Bola families? This will be one of the most crucial questions going forward if they choose to develop Broly and his people like they did with Vegeta. If he becomes a part of the Universe 7 Saiyan group, or like the Earth group, he'll probably have a family, and they'll in some way be assimilated into Goku and Vegeta's already established group, and we could potentially get a lot of story material developed about Broly and his children, much like we got the Goku and Gohan and Vegeta in Trunks type of things going on. And Broly and Chilai would be friendly and buddy-buddy with the rest of the quote-unquote Z Warriors in some kind of way, but I would like to see how they're gonna do that because they kind of seem like they don't like them already. But I personally think they're gonna go with a different approach. The fact that Broly went back to Vampa makes me think that they'll develop Broly and his group alone, and Goku and Vegeta will go to help them when he is in a pinch, because they set Broly up to be on par with Vegeta and Goku, and the fact that he's from the Universe 7, and he has his own group by himself, and they're off-world. I think it's a safe bet to say that Broly is like the new unofficial third main character, like I said earlier. That being said, I think he's gonna get at least 1 or 2 arcs that will be solely about him, connected to him, or influenced by him in some way. If they're daring enough, like I said earlier, they could even make a standalone or like a DragonBall Super spin-off strictly about the events dealing with Broly. And I would love to see that, but I'm sure that they plan to have his development have something to do with Frieza. Seeing as him and Frieza are both off-world, they could even develop Frieza to be Broly's main antagonist, and Broly and Frieza could have their battles in Universe 7 while Goku and Vegeta explore the multiverse. In regard to Broly's involvement with Earth matters, I really don't think he's gonna have that many. I mean, he really has no connection to Earth outside of his father's plan for revenge on Vegeta, so I think Broly will train with Goku and Vegeta and possibly show up when they really need help, and maybe even for the Sadala arc. So in the case of Broly, I think they're always gonna have to go to him instead of him coming to them or choosing to live on Earth. Like I said, Broly has a much more stronger connection with Frieza than Goku and Vegeta at the moment, and Frieza even said that he was gonna keep an eye on him. And we know that Frieza still wants to fight Goku and maybe Vegeta, but even more so Goku. So I think Frieza will use Broly to try to build his own posse or maybe even his own Z Warriors, and they might even be like the Suicide Squad or the Sinister Six for all of you DC and Marvel fans out there. Broly's future is still undecided, so I'll probably revisit this topic in the future, but what do you think? How will they develop Broly, and how will they incorporate him into Universe 7 and its matters, if they do at all? And what do you think they'll do with him involving like Beerus and all that in the multiverse? Do you think that he's gonna become like really close with Goku, or do you think he might just be close with Frieza? Leave a comment and let me know what you think.
And don't forget to subscribe, nerds.